So friends, first of all, very happy new year to all of you for 2025. And this video I am creating, this is a long video. So this is I am creating after seeing many of the entrepreneurs who react to emotions. And okay, entrepreneur is definitely a highly emotional fellow, I do agree. But they say that in the sway of emotions, intellect does not work. And if you do not keep a track on your intellect, so you might land into trouble and unnecessarily why trouble your life. So that is what experience counts. So today we are going to talk about responding to government schemes and various schemes for entrepreneurship and projects. So what typically happens is that now since the 2025 budget is also approaching on the 1st of February, our finance minister will present the budget, and naturally with the budget there are certain schemes which are announced for various purposes. The government has its targets. So yes, are the government schemes bad? No, they are not at all bad, but responding and reacting to them is solely an entrepreneur or business owner's job. Okay, so let's see what we are discussing in this video and how you can get the best of the schemes. Okay, so let me tell you first, frankly, you can call it a disclaimer, like I am not saying that you should not go for the schemes. Okay, I am very supportive of the schemes. You should take benefit of those. Maybe I might have responded in my life in a wrong way. Okay, without the due diligence, they call it. There is a financial word, due diligence. Due diligence in my simple language is checking everything before going for it. Okay, so like jobs we do, people do it, in investments people do it. How are the companies? Many people do it. Even marriages, weddings, we do it, right? But sometimes it happens that we respond emotionally, and there may be some later thoughts, regrets we have, that why did not I properly study. So first is I'm not telling you that you don't take these schemes. Okay, this is number one. Second is I'm not explaining the schemes. Okay, I'm not talking about any particular scheme. There are many schemes. There may be many schemes, regional schemes or women entrepreneurs or whatever. I mean, so I'm not talking about the schemes. Please do not ask me what is the scheme like. Okay, please don't ask me. I'm not explaining that. I'm not an agent also. Okay, I don't ask for. So don't ask me any details of the scheme. I'm not an agent. I'm not promoting any scheme or demoting any scheme. Okay, so I'm explaining what happens if you do not take this due diligence properly. If you respond to that, I will not say blindly, but in just a sway of emotions, if you react to those, so that will not be a proper thing. So let me tell you, friends, what may be the effects like. So if you do not take this seriously or step by step, what happens? So first of all, why this happens? So why an entrepreneur commits mistakes, or this is because of the preconditioning of the things. There are many heuristics, many books are written on that, but to concise that very sharply or shortly, I have heard a Hindi phrase called "Kya khana to dam khana." Okay, so please take it very in a chilled way. Don't respond in excitement to anything. Okay, you trust your own intelligence and respond to that thing, if possible, after a delay of at least 48 hours. Okay, so 48 hours is not a landmark or milestone like that, but I am doing these things. So suppose somebody tells you that for everything you can respond in late, it's always better to respond later. So why it happens? Because this is because of the automatic conditioning a human mind is conditioned to. Okay, so there are many techniques, tools, available. We may discuss later also in this, but just imagine that, just keep in mind that you have to respond to that in a very soul contained way. Okay, so don't respond to anything in exam. Wow, what a great! So don't go like that, those reels and all that. Okay, so don't respond to that. So this is number one. That is why it is happening. So we'll discuss, as I told you, there are certain techniques like REBT, that is called as rational emotive behavioral therapy. There are certain tools like NLP, neuro linguistic programming. There is something like EFT. There are many things, but this is not a psychology podcast or something like that. I'm just trying to explain why my intention is to see to it that your water business is flourishing nicely in your way. Okay, so this is thing. So what might happen? I just noted down certain things. So yes. Government also, government is responding. Finance minister is his or her job is to retain the financial well-being of the country. So they also have set targets for the nation and all that. So in that they want the industries to come up, and they want also investments and foreign. Overall atmosphere should be very encouraging. So they might be having certain intentions in mind. That is called as the KRA, key result area. That is what they must be looking at. And for that, they must have set some targets that this is the MSME growth, this is the large industries, this is capital growth or something like that. So they have targets, and they have experts who design the schemes for them. So are the schemes bad? No, they are not bad. Okay. So that is how the whole fund disburses. So it is banks. Under you might know that no collateral or no guarantor schemes under this. You have to disburse a scheme, and for that, if somebody is NPA, that is non-paying asset, if some entrepreneur does not pay it, government pays. Government is a guarantee for that. So for banks have to disburse that much amount. So bank also has got targets for that. So understand this targets mentality. Third is banks in order to disburse the funds and have a track of right entrepreneurs. Banks also have tie-up with different NGOs who work for the entrepreneurship space. So for example, we have I am a mentor for Bharati Yuva Shakti Trust, BY, NGO, which is working for people, okay, for entrepreneurs. So we are disbursing loans to, we are helping them disburse banks, we helping banks to disburse the loan, and we mentor them. Okay, we see to it that the entrepreneur is successful, and we mentor them for 2 years. BYST, at BYST Bharati Yuva Shakti Trust, we have a good ratio of successful enterprises. Almost about 90% are not non-NPA. NPA is non-paying asset, non-performing asset, as I told you. So most of them are performing assets. They are in good shape. But there are certain who are not performing that well. From the study of that only, I have from 2009 onwards, 2007 onwards, I am with BYST and one more organization where I am a mentor. So I am studying businesses for long, even including my own business. So this is how the whole thing is coming from. And so these NGOs, these are their NGOs. So these non-government institutions, what are NGOs? NGOs are funded by some CSR, you must be knowing. CSR is corporate social responsibility. So these big companies, huge companies like Reliance, Tata, State Bank of India, or banks and all that, if they have more turnover, I mean, earlier it was more than 100 CR if the turnover is, or 1000 CR, I don't remember that. So they have to shell out at least 1 to 2% from their profits for the CSR funding. Then they would get income tax benefits. That is a roughly the scheme. I'm not a CSR expert, but this is what it crux of it. So they want to see to it that they invest in right things, right activities through the good NGOs. So these NGOs get funding from this CSR kind of funding. In return, the company is also asking them that what is your performance like. Okay, so how our fund is distributed, and is the fund reaching to the right audience. So in other way, you can say that NGOs also have some targets. Okay, this you try to understand. So you need to take care in these targets. You get if you are eligible for certain things. For example, now we'll go to one check one scheme here. Okay, so these are the schemes, like so various schemes for women entrepreneurs. So Udyogini scheme and WEP, whatever, CGT, MAC, and various schemes. So for example, if you are one of the lady or man entrepreneur, you are a gentleman entrepreneur, and you get you tie with this NGO and you get funding from the bank and all that. Okay, so you need to take this care that you should not skip any of the steps which you should take when you start an enterprise and get the benefit of the scheme. So in other words, I want to tell you that they might will be having targets, but you should not so at one training I have heard one phrase, so that is still with me. So the trainer said that your emergency cannot be my priority. Your emergency cannot be my priority. So your targets cannot be my priority. So understand this. Until you are ready, so you should not take the next step and unnecessarily get hooked and set targets. Your target, their target is not your target. Your target is starting your water business or a water plant or starting, and the overall intention is running a successful, profitable enterprise. So that is what you are looking at. You should never forget that. And indirectly, this builds the nation, this builds the wealth, this builds the entrepreneur, and you are also an inspiration to other people. And just think otherwise, if you are not, I have seen many cases of that kind of. So if you don't do that, so that will happen the reverse way. So you get discouraged, your nation will get discouraged. Seeing you, people get discouraged. So people do not behave. So negative beliefs are built very fast. Positive beliefs need time, patience. So as I told you, kya khana to dum khana. So now let's sum up what may be the steps which in the due diligence which I am meaning, what you should do, and what are the most logical steps in addition to getting ready. In one other video I also listed what is your first step, like that. But this is even before that. Okay, so you can say, and I have just summed up certain things. So how you should react, I have said how you should react or respond to the special scheme news or something if you read. Okay, so number one is get your project idea validated. So this is irrespective of the scheme and everything. So even if you have any idea, so you might feel that it is a standard idea. What is so great in 3000 liters LPH production plant at say Warangal, for example. I'm just taking a random name. So what is so great? No, it is still required to be validated. Why? Because first of all, the geography is different from every area. Your idea or you from where it inspired, where are you inspired from, that may be different. Then you may be first generation entrepreneur or even second generation entrepreneur. Your family business may be a different thing. If you are a jewelry kind of business and you are starting this business, so if you are in the B2C business, this is a B2B business, so this is different. Okay, so it is better to get your idea validated, whether it is a valid idea or not. So this is very important. Okay, so irrespective of the government schemes or any funding. So this is number one. Second is if you can get some in-plant training to understand the full business cycle. Why in-plant training? I don't mean to say that in-plant training you should go in packaged drinking water. We have tried with some people, but it is not working somehow. But if you get some, hands-on training with some mentor in your local area who can really help you to go to some plant and see the operations and check the business cycle, or you spend some time actively task wise. Okay, we also offer mentoring. That I am also offering mentoring. In mentoring I suggest that you should know the whole business cycle. So what is mean by whole business cycle is right from the first thing, raw water, for example a production plant, from raw water how the whole things work. Technically it's fine. So even technical also you need it, because I have seen one lady entrepreneur from our BYST thing, that she missed one major element. That was the cooling tower, and I think 2-3 machines she missed out because she had not seen the practical plant in working condition. So similar thing can happen. She missed out because that particular machine some part was needing cooling, so she was needing a mold, and so it actually ate out 3 months. She had rented the unit, and every month the rent was 25k. So you can imagine 75k was delayed, and so that was also the major reason of her problems later on. So you should know the whole things of the business cycle, so that you can list down all the machines, the components, even the marketing part of it, how it takes place. So that is also a major thing. People do not study market. To buy machines is very easy. Okay, buying machines is not a big thing. So you can go and you will do the due diligence, and you will buy the machine, negotiate and everything. But where is the market? So have you really studied the market? So buying something is very easy. So these people will take you to buying. The project supplier will take you to quotations. I have sent you quotations, please approve it. Bank will take you. Once your due diligence is ready, bank says that the money is ready. Okay, because bank's business starts when you take the money. Okay, these institutions will always tell you, because their target gets completed. So I am telling you, their target is not your priority. Your business is your priority. Okay, please keep this in mind. And as I told you, if you even if you do not get implant training kind of thing, understand the full business cycle by some means. Okay, you can always understand what is the full business cycle. So once you acquire the knowledge of the minimum knowledge for the total whole business cycle, then you can actually prepare the project requirement, okay, to arrive at the right ROI. So what is the purpose of the project requirement? Project will be of technical and commercials both. Okay, I'm not unnecessarily laying out every detail because video become very long. Okay, but technical outline, what is the technical requirements of the project, what is the fund requirement. So fund requirement is usually in two phases. One is the capital fund, the initial capital, and the working capital. So these are the two things for which the bankers or anybody will finance you. So how much fund you need, and this how much fund you need will get reverse calculated from what is the return you are expecting. So typically 25% ROI you should design for. Why 25%? So 25, 25, 25, 25. So in 4 years your investment will be back from the business. Okay, so this is again a little jargon I'm talking about, but just consider that with a right financial person you can do that. Okay, you will need you again here also there is one catch, that usually the chartered accountant or this fellow comes and asks you how much loan you are looking for. So that is not a concern. How much loan you are looking for will be decided once you know the ROI. So you can tell him that I am putting my say 30 lakh rupees and the total project cost approximately is 1 crore or 50 lakhs or whatever. So I want to see to it that this is whatever my money I am putting in, so it should come to me back in 4 years or something like that. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, now then, as I told you, that calculate the funding requirement, operational expenses and all that, and now consider and apply for the scheme. This is the final step. So this scheme will be final after this. Okay, so these are the logical steps I am telling you. So just to sum up again, that though budgets will tell you that this is a great scheme, don't respond in a sway of emotions, respond slow. Okay, kya khana to dum khana, this is number one. As I told you, second is don't ask me here what is the scheme and what is the incentive, something like that. Third point was the effect of that. If you don't do this, there are likely chances that you will land into doldrums. Okay, I'm not saying that you will always go into losses or something, but it might happen like that. Okay, then what are the steps we laid down in the fourth point? Various steps are there, and then you can go to various government schemes. So that will be the logical step, and the final step which I will tell you is that whatever money you are putting in, for example, as I took an example of a project cost of 1 crore, so 30 lakhs will be your investment, own funding. So I would say that if you have 30 lakhs, do an SIP which will at least give you 30 lakhs after say 10 years or 5 years, whatever you're thinking of. SIP is why it is totally different. I am not again an SIP agent. I'm just telling you, just a plan for plan B. If it does not work out, what will happen? This is not negative thinking, my dear. This is absolute positive thinking and absolute practical thinking. So nothing should possibly get affected. Even if after this, if it fails, we really don't know. Okay, but our job as an entrepreneur is to, what is success? Success is absence of failure. Okay, so if we don't fail, we are successful, right? So please do this. And yes, before going further, I would tell you what are the things which we help with. Okay, so there is something like, I will just write here. Yes, there is some free stuff on our website. You can check this page. I'm just opening the page. So this is a page. On this there are various things. We have got an app called the Drill app. Okay, on the Drill app we have got various things, like it is saying documents. Here you can check the various documents of important documents from time to time. We are uploading these documents for free. Second is video is collection of, because on the YouTube video if you go and check, almost 400 plus videos are there, so you might get confused. So better is that you download the app, and the app on videos we have got certain collection of videos. It is getting updated from time to time. So even if it is not up to date, please forgive me. You are also a subscriber you may be subscriber to this video channel also. Here also you will get something. So you will get a collection of selected videos from our YouTube channel. So this is on this, and test also. Yes, we have got some free tests to check your knowledge. So the link will be here in the description. So you can download the app, Android and Apple both. We have got the link, and plus there are certain materials like these articles on mineral water plant. Old articles we have combined. We have not kept them on the main blog. Blog is very important. So if you go and check the blog, water business blog. So this is an expression of various things from time to time. Okay. So this is also a very useful thing. And there is one thing which I have left out to mention here. Resources also, we have got some collection of some contractors, or actually these are people very well known to me. We are not recommending them particularly. You do your due diligence again with this. I have mentioned it here, but they might prove useful to you. Okay, and some books and some people, some companies, these the companies where websites are mentioned, they don't need my introduction. They are already very established companies. These various people are there, so you can just get quotation from them. This is the resources. One more thing which I have left out to mention is that the newsletter also we have got. So this is this is a combination or a conclusion or a collection of what are things happening. Okay, so you can check this also. This is one more thing. I think fairly long the video is going. So these are things, and one more final thing is that as I told you, we are conducting trainings. So the next training you can check it. Now we shall be disclosing quarterly trainings. So this is Q4 of 24-25. You can check this. So in in March, I think the next quarter trainings dates will be declared. So now in this training we have added certain things. This newly freshly added content. So this is FSSAI new rule has come. So what is going to happen? Then marketing, some elaborate sessions we are going to have. And one good news is that we are going to continue the same fees till March end. So after March, from April, the fees is going to get revised by 1,000 rupees. Currently it is 5,900, 5,000 plus GST actually. So it will become 6,000 plus GST. So if you are keen and curious, join one of the sessions. So thank you so much. And last but not least, if you are interested, we can also mentor you. I am a mentor. That is what is the only offering by me, because I believe it needs a steady support for a long time. So thank you so much, and stay subscribed and respond to the videos also. Thank you so much.